When you want to sling mud everywhere, but you just kick it up in neutral and you stay out of that mud hole. Ungovernable. You know, this is part of discernment. You need to learn how to govern this thing. You need to know when you need to speak and what you need to speak and when you've spoken up. You need to know when you don't need to say anything. You just need to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why they put governors on diesel engines? Anybody know?
Probably the governor.
How many of you know what a governor is?
Controls the speed of it. No?
It controls the RPMs.
Yeah.
That governor will not let that engine, when it's set to a set amount of RPMs, it will not allow that engine to turn any more RPMs than that. Hello? Why? So it doesn't blow up. So pistons don't come out the side. Or they don't fly through the oil pan. Be good for Christians to learn. Put a governor on this thing.
Yeah.
Amen. And I'll have a frog mouth. And then the word froward means to be disobedient and to be peevish. Like a froward child, a peevish little child. Huh? Disobedient mouth. Huh? Hello?
Yeah.
That's an evil word. That's an evil word. And we're supposed to hate it. And that, you know, Miss Lee, I'm sure that, you know, your kids, the kids weren't perfectly growing up, Brother Ricky. They weren't perfect. Every once in a while they had a peevish mouth. And that irritates you. As a parent, boy, that, ooh, gets under your skin. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Jennifer, she still has a peevish mouth every once in a while. She's not perfect, just like the rest of us ain't perfect. And them grandchildren, you know, they kind of follow in the footsteps of mine. Boy, when that kid gets that peevish mouth and then that disobedient mouth. Huh? That's an evil word.
Yep.
You see how all these things fall right hand in hand together? And the Bible's declaring to me and you just like God hates. And there's things that God hates. And He hates these things.
Amen.
He hates these things.
Yeah.
He spoke that through His servant and His servants. And the reason they hate these things is because He hates these things.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where you and I need to be this morning.
That's right.
I hate these things.
Man.
Man, that disobedient wolf in sheep's clothing that, you know, is trying to get us all to get along and, oh, come on, preacher, you know, why can't they have a tent meeting and just all get along? I mean, just for a week or maybe two and see if it'll turn into a revival. I mean, you know, God, surely He'll sanction it. We can get the Presbyterians to come. We can get the Methodists to come. We can get the Episcopalians to come. We might even get the local Catholic priest to bring his local dioceses to come. And we'll just all get along. We'll have Southern Baptists and Free Will Baptists, and we'll have Primitive Baptists, and we'll just, you know, we'll have Free Will Methodists, and we'll have everybody there. We'll just get along. No, you won't.
That's right.
Man's a liar.
Amen.
Amen.
He's being disobedient to the Scriptures.
Amen.
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 My Bible tells me to be not to be unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
That's right.
Huh?
Amen.
Well, preacher, it'll be all right. Look, we'll let everybody that's got a King James Bible sit on this side of the tent, and we'll let everybody that has an NIV, we'll let them have the first three sections, and then everybody's got a New English translation, New English version, we'll let them have the next three rows of seats, and then we'll go back a little bit further, and those that's got the ASB, they can have a couple rows of seats, blah, 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 and we'll all get along together. Well, my Bible says God's not the author of confusion.
That's right.
So when you put the preacher up here that's reading out the ASV and we're sitting over here in the King James section, we ain't going to have a clue what he's telling us.
That's right.
Hello?
Amen.
But one thing we can understand is this, he doesn't believe the Bible.
Yeah, that's right.
Amen.
How do you know? Because he ain't reading from it.
That's
He
right.
ain't reading from it because he don't carry it. He ain't carrying it because he don't believe it's the book.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, that's the first 3 points. Let's stand there. It's not all about love.
Right.
I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me. Listen to me real close. If you truly love God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your mind, as God declares that you're to do, and you're going to love this old King James Bible.
Amen.
And you're going to love His church the same. And you're going to love His people the same. The same respect. At the opposite end of the spectrum, because of that love you have for Him, you're going to hate the things that He hates.
Right.
You're going to hate Him with perfect hate.
Amen. Amen.
So, preacher, there's no middle ground. Don't give me your peevish little answers and all that business. I'm telling you, if you love Him with all of your heart, with all of your mind, and with all of your soul, then you're going to love the things He loves just like He loves them, and you're going to hate the things that He hates just like He hates them. He hates them with a perfect hatred, and you're going to hate Him with a perfect hatred.
That's right.
Amen. Now, I don't mean to be mean and ugly right here, but the gentleman that left a while ago, he never does stay for a full service. Don't have a clue who he is. He just travels around all the churches in the county, I reckon. He's kind of like a spy in this. But when I said what I did about Catholicism and Islam, boy, you should have seen the look on his face. God had a camera right there. That tells the story.
Yep.
That tells the story. Islam's out the pits of hell.
That's right.
Catholicism's the same.
That's right.
Amen. You better get that if you haven't already got it.
Right.
In these last days, you better know they're not your friend, they're your foes.
Amen.
Amen.
They're not for you, they're against you. They're not for God, they're against God.
Amen.
Their books are books you are to hate.
Right.
Their Bibles are Bibles that you are to hate.
Amen.
Amen. Their ways are ways you are to hate. Heads bowed, eyes closed. There cuts the music on. Dear God, I don't even know what kind of invitation to give this morning, other than this. You're going to need a lot of grace in these last days to stand. Paul said, let us therefore come boldly before the throne of grace, there to obtain mercy and to find grace to help in time of need. So if you want grace to stand in these last days, and hate with perfect hatred the things that you're supposed to hate, then I'd recommend you come spend some time in this altar. You ask God to help you, give you that grace, to give you that strength. You also need to ask God to help you love Him the way that you're supposed to love Him, with an unconditional love.